All right, now we got the Arneo subdivision that's getting ready and has some homes under construction. Tell me a little bit about your vision and how you see this.
Really excited to have a place for people to come, live, and experience a community. So everything that we have done has been geared towards creating vibrancy for people to be outside of their home, and a lot of intentionality into different green spaces, different trails, cart paths from their home. They can walk over and hit a trail, go back and spend the afternoon in the woods. There's 2.5 miles of trails back there. And hopefully just like reconnect with life a little bit, reconnect with each other in community that I think is missing sometimes in some of the places that we live. The whole concept kind of the commercial space is a new urban development. So there's cart paths and trails that are gonna go up to the commercial space where you can get coffee, ice cream, dog parks, and other community parks that are up there as well. Creating spaces for people to be outside and connect is, I think, a common trend across America, and it's definitely catching fire. This is one of the first attempts at doing that in Fort Wayne outside of downtown.
Yeah, no, it definitely reflects, like you mentioned, the trails and all the woods that you left to go ahead and stay natural so that you could have that, you could have access to the river and kind of enjoy the nature that's back there. You have the ponds that aren't just for view, but hopefully, you know, can create some community by creating the golf cart paths through the subdivision and intertwining everything together. So this is totally new. This is not what we're used to in Fort Wayne. We typically will see a cool subdivision, and a cool subdivision means it has a couple ponds and some cool lights and some signs at the beginning and maybe a water treatment or something, and then you pull in and it's just like every other subdivision.
Right, absolutely, yeah. So there's probably not a place anywhere else in Fort Wayne where I can walk out of my front door, turn left, and then be in literally a nature preserve in 5 minutes by walking, or turn right and then go have my morning cup of coffee and hang out, or take my golf cart on a 1-minute drive through the neighborhood and end up at Baby Baker Street Steakhouse having some dinner, or go to my gym. But those are all things that we're working on for the commercial space that hopefully is going to start development this summer.
It's great to be able to talk about it, but how about we take everybody with us and kind of show us around a little bit of what you have to offer?
Yeah, right this way, everyone. Let's go.
All right, so we're walking along the cart path now. So how many lots do we have available now then?
So 91 total lots, 14 of them are at some stage of construction development. So some that are under roof and doing finishing, some that are in the design phase. So yeah, things are moving and progressing pretty well.
So is that a total, like the 79 is, once it's sold out, or do we have other options for them?
On this side, that's it. But because we're doing the town square coming up, there's going to be other types of housing available. So we're doing townhomes up there. We're gonna have some apartments that are up there. And above the retail, there might be some condominiums. So Arneo is a place that you can start off with right out of college, and you get your first apartment here, and then you move into a townhome perhaps, or a condominium, and when you're ready to have a family, you're moving back into the subdivision portion of things. So it's really intended to be that kind of a lifelong place to be. At this stage, you can almost pick your neighbor. So, I mean, a couple friends that like their kids all go to school together, and they're building houses next to each other. So really great for just the things that make neighborhoods amazing.
I'm excited. Like, I'm standing here knowing that I'm 15 minutes from your commercial side on a walk.
On a walk.
Yeah. And be able to go get my cup of coffee, like you said, or there's a number of businesses that are inquiring about that. So I'm really excited to see how this all pans out. What's your 2 favorite features of this subdivision right now? I know it's going to change because everything continues to develop, but your 2 favorite right now.
My number 1 favorite is probably the woods and the trails that are back there. I love just going back there and getting lost and checking out of the stresses of my day. It's just so enriching. I love kind of the oasis feel of it. I mean, I'm in Fort Wayne. I'm a couple minutes from work if I need to be. I'm a couple minutes from school if I need to be, but it doesn't feel that way. I love coming and checking on our house and seeing deer tracks, and I love seeing the eagles fly above the house. I mean, it's amazing. And as things are blooming right now in the spring and summer, it's just a great feeling to be outside.
Let's go take a look at these trails that you keep referring to. Let's do that. Let's go. What about the trail system and then our access to the river? Like, is this what you were trying to explain to us?
Yeah, this is absolutely it. I mean, to get from where we were to the woods, 2 minutes. And then you come back in here and it's just serene. I mean, there's 35 acres of woods that we're in the center of right now. The St. Joe River is right here. You can see some of the neighbors across the river have got pontoons, and they have docks all set up so they can have access to it. The neighborhood has, I don't know, maybe 3,000 feet of riverbank. So that's all community access. So you can come out here, put a kayak in and kayak down to PFW or kayak up to the Leo Reservoir if you want to. And then we have 2.5 miles of trails that are kind of cut through here. So we can walk through them a little bit and just see nature at its finest.
I've enjoyed this so far. I mean, this is serene, knowing that, again, it's a 4 or 5 minute walk back to my house, and I get to experience this and truly experience it, not just see it. And I think that's the big thing that we keep going back to, is that some subdivisions have some awesome amenities.
Yeah.
But they're amenities for you to see, not enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to have a house that's on 40 acres of woods, right? So 91 people have access to 40 acres of woods as part of their home. I mean, there isn't a place that you can buy that anywhere else in Fort Wayne. So, I mean, you got to go out into the country to get that. And if you do, you're spending millions of dollars for that. So, I mean, to be able to have that access here, and this is a community amenity, I think it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
James, I appreciate you really giving me the detailed tour. Now that I feel like I'm so informed and I can really kind of bring anybody and everybody back here that would be interested in building in the subdivision, I welcome you. Give me a call. My cell phone number, personal line, is 260-710-1834. Reach out to me. Let's have a time to come explore the subdivision. Let's talk about what it's like to build a home. Let's talk about picking out your lot. Let's talk about the amenities of the location that you are truly interested in. Let's get a real feel together. And that's what I'm really excited to showcase, show off, and allow others to explore and to ultimately make a great decision, an informed decision about this location. So appreciate the tour coming through Arneo. There's a lot to come. Reach out to us. We'll provide you updates as they come available, but let's spend some time together. Thank you, James.